You have to budget it monthly and
For
make sure you have enough money.
Caleb, it doesn't work for you. I've talked to all my girlfriends, and this is literally how we all, like, our brains work this way. Maybe this is like a male thing and a girl thing because...
Oh, are you really going to do guy math versus girl math on this shit?
Yes, I swear to God, it's different.
Get your free trial to the DollarWise budgeting app today. Join the tens of thousands of active users who are taking control of their money and changing their lives. With new features being added constantly, there's no reason not to try it. And if you like it, choose the annual version to save a ton of money and get my budget-friendly cookbook signed by me and mailed directly to you. DollarWise.app or link in the description below. Who runs the finances? What's the dynamic here?
He definitely runs the finances.
Okay, so you just take care of the kids and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and scheduling and all that, yeah.
Scheduling?
We have very active kids.
So taking care of kids, okay.
Oh
so
my God.
Well, right, isn't it?
Yes.
You're scheduling the kids' things? And
yes.
That's taking care of them. Okay. That's a weird thing to take offense to, I guess. But you run the finances. How could you be so wrong? By a lot.
I mean, just,
over 2,000.
I don't know, just kind of hoping that it would be less. I mean, I try to get her involved in the finances, but it's just not, it's not there. And I feel like it's maybe one of the things that's like holding me back from, like marriage and whatnot. That it's like
is what?
we don't necessarily agree on like the finances. Like,
what do we disagree on? What's the big conflict here?
Her way of budgeting is just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense, right? Like, I don't know, like it just, she said like, she tries to do it like week by week and saying like, at the end of the week we'll have extra money, but it's like, it's not really extra money, and she thinks that it's free to spend.
Well, how is she thinking this? Why, if you're the one running the finances, why is she thinking this?
So she doesn't like the way I do it. So she tries to do her own way.
What do you think? What do you not like? He says you don't like something.
So I can show you. He uses this app that's called Budget.
I use an app.
I don't know. But he wants me to follow
You should use DollarWise. New features launched today as filming.
Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. But he wants me to go in there and like categorize everything. That annoys me. And it's so tedious.
Well, first of all, that's a bit weird because, again, if you use DollarWise, it would be automatically categorized. Fix a couple things once, and then it automatically fixes it forever. So there we go. That solves that issue. But oh no! Oh, I have all day.
No, I don't. I have a 3-month-old. I'm breastfeeding.
I know, but you can hold the phone while it sucks on the tit.
No, you cannot. You have to support the head and the breast.
Fair enough. Put it down, then look at the budgeting now. This is like these tweaking the categories things. If you do it every other day, does not take that long unless you're going out there and blowing all your money endlessly, constantly.
Like lack of sleep. Sometimes I don't even feel like I'm here. Like I'm like zombie mode. I'm like running on like fumes.
Okay. So after we did the 2 times tax credit, had a household with her as a dependent, I guess.
Yes.
With the money you've likely set aside for taxes this year so far, I mean, you're going to have to pay $3,317-ish in federal, not state taxes. And that was probably set aside this year so far already. So I think you might be okay. I'm extra careful. I don't know. I don't want to promise that. It is not my fault if you owe money by the end of the year, but that's at least what we're seeing, okay?
I'm just hoping my tax lady can work up some magic.
Why do you have a tax lady, though? You're just literally, you're taking standard deductions saying you have a kid. Why do you have a tax lady? You don't really have a complicated thing. Are you a contractor?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you need a CPA specifically?
I started doing our taxes, so...
I mean, so that they can work up magic.
You, the person that doesn't know the money of the household at all, nor the categories of anything that is happening? But is that not true?
But I can do the taxes, okay?
How? You don't know what the fuck's happening. How?
You're so mean.
What? Am I? You don't know. Can you, like, is there a rebuttal? Is like, you don't know what's happening. How are you the tax person?
But when it comes to the taxes, I can go through like the prompts and through the system and like.
I mean, as far as I know, this is what I have through the conversation you guys had with Colton before, is that you guys, he tries to sit you down in budget, and you just simply don't listen. You just don't listen.
I do listen.
Oh, bullshit.
He is so he's very
he gets
particular.
into the numbers and where they've gone?
Yes.
And what's the alternative?
I just want to have a breakdown of every week what needs to go out.
Why
the
weekly
money.
budgeting? That just gets way too...
Listen to me. I want to go through everything that's on the week, every week. And then at the end of that week, have what we need for that week. So the amount we need, the amount that's set aside for future bills. So for next week or the week after. It works for me. When I was living by myself.
Well, you're incorrect.
When I was living by myself and with my apartment and my own kids, it worked perfectly fine. And I was able to pay all my bills and I was able to pay a month ahead.
You had no debt.
I did have debt.
Shut the fuck up then. What are you talking about? Clearly it didn't work if you had debt. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I was saving up to buy our home, so it did
You had debt.
Work. Yes, I had debt, but unfortunately, sometimes I just had to put some stuff on credit card.
As in your budget didn't work,
Because
dude.
I was learning to live on my own as...
Learning?
Yes.
Well, when did you break up with this dude? Or how quickly did you guys... Wait, 6 years ago you guys met, right? You guys started dating 6 years ago?
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you talking about over 6 years ago?
I literally lived by myself for only like a year. So I learned to start paying for my own stuff and all that.
This was so long ago. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but it's...
And also, weekly budgeting just doesn't work because there's things that don't hit weekly. Rent's not a weekly thing. Car bills aren't a weekly thing. It doesn't make sense. When a massive expense comes that might be 30, 40% of our income, like rent, sometimes 50%, that doesn't make sense to budget in weekly because a weekly amount wouldn't cover that. You have to budget it monthly and make sure you have enough money.
Caleb, it doesn't work for you. I've talked to all my girlfriends, and this is literally how we all, like, our brains work this way. Maybe this is like a male thing and a girl thing because...
Oh, are you really going to do... guy math versus girl math on this shit?
Yes, I swear to God, it's different. All my girlfriends have the same way of budgeting, and
I have a little question for you. Let's play some trivia. Did your friends or did I accumulate a $250,000 net worth before starting a very successful business by 25? Which one? Which one? Which one had that? Because it wasn't my YouTube money that did that. Which one accumulated a $250,000 net worth? Okay, so whose system likely works versus not? Do they have debt?
But again, Caleb,
Do they have
you're
debt?
a guy.
Do they have debt?
You're a guy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't go into their finances.
Then why the f are you listening to people you don't even know if their finances are working or not?
Because I'm not gonna pride in their personal
But why
life.
do we trust that it works?
I'm just saying that all of us girls think the same way.
It's a little sexist.
No, my clique, my little girlfriend clique. Not all girls, just my girlfriend clique.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't.
Do you hate them? They sound horrible.
Well, no, I wouldn't say I hate them. I just
You guys have a clique name?
The Click.
You're such an ass. Thanks.
Like, why are we listening to people if we don't even know if they're successful or not? Like, would I listen to a random person on the street or even a friend? No. Okay. For example, there is actually someone in my friend group who always tries to talk about, what should be done in the world of business, yet he's never built a business in his life. Why would I listen to that person? Like, why would I?
I'll ask them about their finances.
If I saw them build a successful business, then let's do it. He has experience. He would know what's going on. He doesn't. So it's like, okay, I listen and I nod, and then I don't do the things he says because he has no real world experience with it. Why, you don't know if maybe they're complete failures, maybe they're not. And you don't see it on the outside. No one shows it on the outside in the United States. We just put everything on debt. And we look like we're living a good, normal, middle class, upper middle class life, no matter who you are.
True.
Uh-huh. So why the fuck are we listening to them? Girl brain versus boy brain. This is stupid. Guys, just real quick, don't forget to take your Hammer financial score at calebhammer.com. See where you stand, where you got to do better, where you're doing shit. Listen, it just takes a few minutes and it is free. Figure out where you stand in the world of money, calebhammer.com.